So for today, I want to frame a new picture, a new print, and this one happens to be one that we purchased in New York a few weeks back prior to the holiday season. And so I want to put it in a frame. My frame, though, is a little bit larger than my actual print. So this is my frame here. So I want to put it in here, but it's a little bit larger. So what I'm going to do is create a background to my print. So when I put it into the frame, it doesn't have the cardboard looking background. I want something a little bit more decorative on the background. So what I'm going to do is take this bag from the holidays and cut it up. And then I will use it as a part of the background. So let me do that. And then I'll clean the picture frame first before I put everything together and assemble it. So first I'm going to just take a regular bag that I had left over from a Christmas gift, holiday gift. And I'm going to cut it on the sides of the bag, so I have a little bit of an extension of the actual bag itself. And then I'm going to leave the bottom as well, because I want to be able to sort of wrap the backing of the frame in this paper. So I'm kind of cutting it this way here to get as much of the bag as I can, because the bag itself, just the front piece, is smaller than the back of the frame. So I am going to cut out pretty much just one side panel of the bag and then use the rest of the bag to cover the back. All right, so you also want to take off, I happen to have handles on this one, so I'm going to cut off the handles there too. And then from here, I'm going to situate this inside. Now, what I have to be careful of is this is the back of the frame itself with the closing mechanisms to hold the back on. So this has the pieces that kind of, attach to the sides of the frame. So I want to be mindful as I'm connecting this paper bag to the back that I don't cover any of these pieces on this side that would actually close and connect to the frame itself. So what I'm going to do, and I haven't done this before, so I'm going to, I think, at this point, just cut a little bit more here on the ends, the bottom of the bag, to give myself a little bit more flexibility with movement, so I have a little bit more play with this paper. So I think I'm going to do that. And I did not want to go out and buy all new paper and supplies for this project. It's one that I'm going to hang up in our house, but I wanted to recycle existing elements that I already had. So I was hoping to do that with this. So let's see. We may just have to adjust slightly. So this goes all the way to the edge of the board, the back. So I'm just going to slide it down here. I'm going to flip it over. And again, like I said, I don't want to cover these. So I'm going to cut this part here, just leaving a little bit on the edge. And then tape that down. So I'm going to line up my backing and tape that like that. And then I'll we'll see how this fits into, I may have to cut, pretty, maybe even closer to the edge if it doesn't fit into the frame, but we'll see. For now, I'm just going to cut this like so. Put that off to the side there. Now, this is the back, or the part that I'm going to affix the picture to. So what I can do, let me see if it will fit in here before I get, well, let me first cut out this end here piece. Sometimes crafts, projects, things that bring us joy, take a little bit of time to figure out before we get to the end of what we have. So this is very much a rough chop right now, but in the end, this is going to be the panel. Now I could, if I wanted to, slide this down a little bit. So, and then this is kind of sticking out a little bit here. So I need to kind of see, if I put my picture on here, how that is going to look. And then once it's in the frame, how it's going to look. So I may just have to adjust or get a different bag or use something else. But for the minute, let's see what we have here. And it can be challenging to get this in here. So it's a frame that I had from something else I had to try in here. So what I'm finding is this paper on the edge is not going to work. So I think what I'm going to do is cut it a little bit shorter from the edge. There we go. And probably cut this side a little bit too. Okay, now cut off a little more on the end here as well. Okay, now let's see what we have. And I always have this side too I can use if this side is not working as well. But I'm trying to cover the full length, but as I'm seeing, it's like this is not going to stretch as well. So let's switch to this side here. Sometimes you just have to play with things, figure them out. You don't always have it figured out in the beginning. I like to challenge myself here a little bit and see what we can do. So if we put that on there, put this down here. Check that side. Now, actually, you can tape it here, but you could also put it underneath if you wanted to do it this way. Roll your tape, stick it under your piece of paper, kind of put it in the center. Oh, and I have an idea. I could lay this a little bit off center. Let me try something here. Take this and cut a clean edge here. And I think before I do that, I'm going to fold this a little bit so it has a cleaner edge. Just as you would if you were wrapping a gift. Put that up here like this. And I don't think you're going to see as much of the edge when it is in the frame, but we will see. Okay, so then you take your picture. I did previously add tape to the top and tape to the bottom, but I think what I'm going to do, yeah, I'll just leave that. You could put it under the, on the back, and then it wouldn't show as much on the front here. So I think I'm going to lay it right sort of over the the seam where I put the two pieces of paper together, and then this here. Now, if you had a full piece of paper, different patterns and prints on the back, you could use that too. I'm just trying this for now to see if I like having this paper on the back. And if I do, I may redo it to, you know, be a full size, and I have the seam here, as you can see. So I'm going to flip this over now. Well, first of all, I want to clean my glass. I try to clean, when I change out pictures, I try to clean the glass because things will get dirty over time. Being in our homes, dust and dirt and so forth, it's naturally. So I think to clean it is best. I'm going to leave the glass in here to clean it though, because getting it in and out is tricky at times, and I don't want to break it. So I'm going to clean this back side, and then I'll clean the other side. Hold my finger on the glass for the minute because I don't want it to fall out and break. There we go. Okay, so turn this back over. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to put this. Excuse me. Into this frame. And this frame is nice. I do have a wire here from how it was hung previously, but it does have an option to hang it on this side or on the top. So I'm simply going to wiggle this a little bit so it pops into place, which can be a little tricky in here. Okay, almost got it. Glass is in. I need to get the back fixed. Okay. Doesn't quite want to sit in there, which is okay. You just have to kind of work it a little bit. If you have a temperamental frame, that can happen too. Looks like I'm going to have to work on this one a little bit more to get it seated in here. That's okay. So let me flip it over though and kind of show you the end result. So this is the picture with the backing, and I can kind of see some of the actual back itself appearing out from underneath the red paper. So I think I do want to change it out and make sure, you know, it covers the whole frame backing, so you don't have the little edging here. But I really like the red behind it with the colors and the print, and I think overall it looks really nice, especially with the gold frame itself. So thank you for joining my channel. I really enjoyed creating this joy with you, and I hope you find some inspiration to create some joy for yourself as well. Take care. See you next time. Bye.